Should you jump on the bandwagon to supersize and grow your business? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and our idiom for today is jump on the bandwagon. Interesting idiom given the political situation in America, at least, and what's going on in our world. Jumping on the bandwagon came from, of course, the political arena when people traveled around by wagons, and political candidates would ride around on wagons, and the wagons would have a band on it to attract attention, just like in the world now we have advertising and things and promotions and signs and all kinds of cool things to attract attention. And if people supported that candidate, they would jump up on the bandwagon to indicate and to show their support. And that's where jump on the bandwagon, the expression, came from. Nowadays, of course, jump on the bandwagon means whenever you jump on a topic or an idea or a political campaign or a topic or something that's going on in the world, or in the media or the news, when it looks like it's got a chance of succeeding. There's a lot of examples of that in our world, and especially in the world where we're so inundated with social media and with the headlines and things that are going on in the world. And a lot of people jump on different topics and jump on different bandwagons. Some people do it on purpose, some people do it based on their passion, some people do it for other motives and other reasons. But anyway you look at it, if you agree and jump on a topic that looks like it's going to succeed, that's called jumping on the bandwagon. Now, here's the thing. This one, I made the mistake of doing, and it wasn't a mistake, I did it on purpose. I copied and pasted last night, before I went to bed, a post that I knew would cause a reaction. Now, I was just testing my poor Facebook profile people, and I'm glad that a lot of them didn't jump on the bandwagon. If you look at the percent of people I have on my feed versus the number of people that actually commented and jumped on this, and it was a copy and paste thing, and I did it intentionally because I wanted to test this jumping on the bandwagon mentality and philosophy and see if social media is impacting that. And of course, we all know that it is definitely impacting this behavior to jump down one side or the other of any argument. Anything you post that's at all controversial, more coffee, is going to get a reaction. Now, I have long since in my business life and in my own life, pretty much, when I was younger anyway, I didn't, but since 2010 for sure, and probably way before then, I pretty much keep my overriding opinions about key topics like politics and religion and certain core values to myself, because they belong to me. They're my business. They're not anybody else's business. How I feel about relationships, how I feel about money, how I feel about politics, how I feel about religion, how I feel about, pretty much anything it's my business, but most people couldn't care less, right? Even your family, even my family doesn't care how I feel about religion, how I feel about politics, how I feel about anything. And to be honest, most people outside of us don't really care about our opinions and our thoughts and our feelings on a lot of topics, because as human beings, we are 100% concerned with ourselves. And that's because it's inherent in our survival instincts and everything else. We need to make sure that we're doing the right things for us. Now, we don't always. A lot of times, I've done this too. We live for other people. We live in ways that we think we should live, whether they're in alignment with us or not. And so I say, as we're looking at this expression for our businesses in particular, pick and choose carefully the things that you stand for as a person and as an organization. And one of the things I learned, in my corporate career and different jobs I've had and different businesses I've been in over my lifetime, is that if we're in positions and jobs and with organizations that we don't have a core value match with, we struggle, right? So make sure when you're looking for that dream job that the company that you go to work for, that the business you team up with, has the same core values, the same things that are important to them. If they're really customer focused, let's just talk about business, since this is a business video and audio. Let's talk about, with respect to business core values. Some businesses draw a really shady line in terms of their ethics and morals and values, and anything to make a buck, sales at all costs. They don't have a problem doing whatever it takes to encourage people, I want to say manipulate, but encourage people to buy from them. And other companies are like, I only want you to have this product if it's going to really solve your problem, if it's going to make your life better, if it's going to be the right fit for you. Totally different philosophies. And guess what? I've worked for both type of companies inadvertently early on in my career. And I found that I was super duper unhappy working for a company that didn't have core values that matched mine. We tend to think that everyone we interact with has the same beliefs and values that we do. And we learn through experience, usually getting beat over the head, that that is not so. I've learned through many years of sadness and disappointment that I thought my ex-husband and I had the same core values, but we were mismatched in a very key critical area that was a core value to me, that wasn't a core value to him. And if it's a core value to me and it's not a core value to my partner, guess what? That partnership is probably doomed to fail, because unlike unconditional love that we have for our children, we don't necessarily have unconditional love for a significant other, and they can actually do things that can sever that relationship. Anyway, the whole jump on the bandwagon thing got me to thinking about the importance of selecting and choosing the core values that are right for ourselves, living with them, and then making sure our business is in alignment with them. And then we attract the people that are right for our set of values and core values, and the people that aren't right for it, they're not attracted to our businesses. That's how we want to use jumping on the bandwagon to move our businesses ahead. We want people to know what we stand for, but we want to choose what we stand for to make sure it's in alignment with the people that we want to work with, the people that we want to attract. I found that in the past, sometimes I will find myself standing up for something, and then I'll step back and I'll say, heck, why am I even talking about this? Because it doesn't even match what I believe. Who does that belong to? Where did I get that belief? And why am I standing up for it? And is it still true for who I am today? Because guess what? We're always progressing and changing and growing and becoming, and so are our businesses. And as we change and grow, as we create the business that we really want, the way we really want to show up in the world, our overall tactics and strategies and the way we do things will change, but our core values tend to remain the same throughout our lifetime. If material things but that's not true. I would say I was much more materialistic when I was younger, and now there's so many things materially that just don't matter to me. I have never been a person that cared about cars and brands and things, yet I grew up in the same family. One of my sisters, two of my sisters actually, are very brand conscious and very into. One of them is an early adopter. Anything new piece of technology, man, she's got it right off the bat. She's an early adopter. So even in our own families, we can be very, very different. So jump on the bandwagon. Up to you. Would love to know how this has impacted you and your business. Again, in my businesses, I think businesses and my businesses have always been created to make the world a better place, and that means not jumping on the bandwagon. We actually never talked about, in my manufacturing business for 37 years, politics and religion, because early on we found that those are such deep-seated emotional topics for people that somebody was always getting their feelings hurt. Because we were a super diverse organization. We had people from all, as diverse as you could be in my small town, in my area. Luckily we were by a big city, but we had diverse people in the organization, and somebody always got their feelings hurt if politics or religion was brought up. And it wasn't worth damaging our relationships for topics that are personal. And you get to believe what you want. I get to believe what I want. All my employees, all the people that I partner with, they get to believe what they want. And I'm in no position to judge, right? There's only one entity that gets to judge everybody, and it definitely is not me. So that's it. Love to know what you think about jumping on the bandwagon. If there's an idiom you'd like to know the meaning of, where did it come from, what does it mean, and how might we apply it to our businesses now, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, if I can help you in any way, ask. Or I will see you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where did it come from? And how might you use it in your business right now? Have an awesome day. Bye.